Refinanced my auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Put the money I saved towards an 18-inch lift kit. Pretty sweet, huh?
It's a minivan.
Well, now it's a mega van.
Dad, I can't get down.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we're here to help our members save toward their goals. Whatever they may be. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well, and then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. We're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft brews, wines, and cocktails, plus more than 20 perfectly matched food selections. Weekends now through Labor Day, and it's included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let's be real. Florida home insurance is an absolute nightmare. And with hurricane season at your doorstep, you need a home insurance company that you can depend on. That's why there's Open House. They're a tech-enabled home insurance provider that uses smart data to keep your premiums low. And you can get an obligation-free quote in seconds and join your neighbors that are saving hundreds of dollars with Open House. You can also get discounts for your smart life choices, like having a gym membership or a dog. So start saving today by going to openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouse.com insurance for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seeley.
It is Thursday, August 10th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from Get Back to School Now to the You're Not Real lady finally speaks out, and a Hawaiian city is absolutely destroyed by fire. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seeley.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
I'm leaving tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my God.
And I have a lot to do, but I'm able to fortunately get it done during the commercial break. And I appreciate you both for being so flexible.
Did you find your bedazzled hat?
No, I didn't. But I have a location to go to right after the show.
No, you can buy them for like $150 in the parking lot out here. So,
okay.
Just a steal of a deal out there.
Have you considered just buying a cheap hat and bedazzling it yourself?
Right.
Yeah, just grabbing like some glitter spray paint and going to town. I might do that.
Yeah, don't do it inside, though. That is a real bad idea from my experience. Any of that inside is a
When have you been
nightmare.
spray painting inside?
Well, for me, it was when we used those popper things in the studio. The what were they called?
We did poppers?
No, not those. We might have done that too, though. You know, the old celebration, bam, and it sends the stuff all over the place.
Confetti cannons?
The confetti cannons. Oof, nightmare. Years ago, still dealing with that mess, unbelievably.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like fumes and...
That too.
Yeah.
All of those things.
You don't really care about fumes.
No, I'm good with some fumes. So let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, is this a commercial or not? Somebody sent this in as a video dispatch, and they were watching NBC News. NBC News was talking about the big lottery winner, the Mega Millions, $1.58 billion ticket sold in the state of Florida. And then they worked in this like awkward Publix thing. And the question is, was this an advertisement or not? Listen in.
180 days for the annual payments or 60 days for the lump sum of $783 million. As for what to do with it, one idea would be to buy one of the tastiest subs on planet Earth, the Publix chicken tender sub, which at $8.49 you could buy 186 million of these, or for the lump sum, 92 million subs.
A little commercially, right? Did that not feel like a commercial?
A little bit, but also, didn't the winning ticket get sold at a Publix?
Did it? I don't remember where they... I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I heard old boss man Jack yesterday
say that it got sold at a Publix?
Said that not only did it get sold at a Publix, but bigger boss man Rick was spending some time in Jacksonville this month, and that's their Publix.
Yeah, I mean...
when they're up there.
To me, it just seemed... The awkward thing was he's holding the sub, and he's like, the most delicious sub you can possibly get.
And then, like, split it in half like the Eucharist at Catholic Church.
Yeah, he
like,
broke
look
it.
at this thing.
He broke it down the middle to show you just how glorious the chicken tender sub
days for the
is.
lump sum of $783 million. As for what to do with it, one idea would be to buy one of the tastiest subs on planet Earth, the Publix chicken tender sub, which at $8.49,
and he does the
you can
buy section.
186 million of these, or for the lump sum, 92 million subs.
I don't know if that was an ad or not. Maybe just the tie-in because of the Publix thing. If not, Publix got a free commercial there because that's what it seemed like to me. And people do love that damn chicken tender sub over at Publix. They got a whole website for it. Like, is
it on
chicken,
sale?
Yeah, is the chicken tender Publix sub on sale?
Yeah.
And if you're listening to us in Dallas, this is the big grocery chain around here, and there's subs people go nuts for, and that seemed a little bit advertising to me. Meanwhile, the kids are going back to school today. It's happening.
Yay.
Parents celebrating out there. I'm sure they're doing that thing, which I always enjoy, where the parents have lawn chairs out in front of the house, and they get the kids on the school bus. And then the parents are like drinking martinis in the driveway.
Pitcher of margaritas and cheersing.
Yep. And they're like, all right, the kids are back in school. Here they go. That's what's happening right now all over the United States of America. But it's a very different school that kids are going back to than most of us are used to. For instance, there's a lot of different security measures at school. Now, when I go back to me being in, let's say, high school, even though I was at a dangerous school where there was a lot of like violence and stuff.
What was that, 1950?
No, it was not. No, it was in the 2000, well, in late 90s into the early 2000s. And the school that I went to, as dangerous as it was, no metal detectors, no nothing. They had a resource officer like most schools do. But we didn't have any of that stuff. We didn't have like the clear backpacks. Did you guys, when you went to school, did you have any security measures? Like, did you have metal detectors?
No.
No, I didn't think most people did. I think now that's a very recent thing that they do.
We had a school resource officer. One.
Yeah, everybody knew him or no?
I knew some of them.
At my school, he was like a cool guy. Like, everybody knew the guy.
Yeah.
We didn't have one. We didn't even have a school resource officer. There was like one time that there was someone who was running from the cops, and that, I think, was the first time I had seen cops on my high school campus.
But your high school is a private school, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Shamanah Madonna, baby.
I don't remember ever having a school resource officer in private school. That wasn't until like I got to public school where I thought everything was going to be more dangerous. I'm
Right.
like, there's a cop here.
What's happening right now? Well, things are different as kids are going back to school. And I think as a result of some of the new rules that you're seeing out there, where kids are not supposed to have their phones in their pockets anymore. If you want to bring a phone because your parents are worried about your safety, you can have your phone in your backpack or whatever. But they said a lot of parents have taken to doing something new this year, and the parents are putting air tags on their kids' backpacks so that they can see exactly where they are at any point in time. So they could see if something bad happens, where their kids are on campus, and, you know, they could go in there and try to help them out if that was the case, or it came down to that. Or maybe they would just know that they were not on the school if a shooting happened.
Gosh, so weird to think how different our experience was in school, where if we were done and we were going to go to a friend's house or to like the local rec center, it was like your parents were hoping you're going to go home or get to a landline that you can check in on. But now you have air tags. You could literally just tag and GPS your child.
Yeah, although parents, don't think kids don't know how to get around this stuff. Don't be so dumb as to think the kids will be like, hey, I'm going to put the air tag on your backpack. I'm skipping school today. They'll know all the ways to screw around with you. And if you're trying to see if they're just in class, because some parents are probably doing that, they'll know a workaround. They'll know a way to make it look like they're still in school, even if they aren't.
How does that work? So they put the air tag in the backpack. An air tag is not a magical find me anywhere thing. It needs to have an iPhone to relay the information to the cloud.
It can't work by itself.
No.
If you just if I just put an air tag on your bag, you don't have any phone or anything, and you march away from here, the air tag can't be detected on anything?
It relies on nearby phones. Yeah, it's because for it to communicate to the internet where it is, it would need a SIM card, because it would need some sort of cellular access to data.
Okay.
But anyone's iPhone.
Yeah, well, that's the
That's
problem.
why it alerts you, huh?
Yeah, so if you put one in my bag and I had my iPhone on me, after a while, it's supposed to go, hey, there's an AirTag like near you that's been near you for a bit that's not yours. It's not registered to you. Is this a problem?
Yeah. Well,
because that's the
because they don't want people stalking people.
One of the first worries when they released the AirTag, even though there's plenty of things you can buy to stalk people, now that Apple is offering it up and you can get it at the store with the Genius Bar, and it's like it almost seems above board. That's when they had to start going, all right, how are we going to keep people from stalking?
Yeah, now this is dangerous. They say from WPTV, is using technology to track your child's whereabouts as they head back to school a good idea? It's a major issue among parents, and it's something that's raising a lot of questions right now. One of the cybersecurity experts they talked to said it's good and bad. It brings up a lot of ethical, philosophical questions. You're basically doing a chipping thing, adding this to a person, tagging a person where they move. It's big brotherish, he says. I'm sure
most parents would argue that this is my kid. I'm raising it.
I'll do whatever the
I'm
hell
paying
I
for it.
want.
I do what I want.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for
My dad used to tell me he could read my emails if he wanted to. I'm like,
can't the parents just do that with an app, though? Isn't there an app you could get on their iPhone which would do the same exact thing?
Yes.
And then you don't have to buy the AirTag?
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't understand about this.
It's
It seems like that
family
would be easier.
sharing.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier to follow somebody around that way, I believe.
like, Dad, it drains my battery.
Amy on YouTube says, middle school, I'm nervous for my kid. That's when I acted out. I'd rather surf and do other fun activities than go to school. I don't blame you. I did the same thing way back when. I just didn't want to go. My school was terrible, man. Palm Beach Lakes still is. Palm Beach Lakes High School. Oof, not a great school to go to.
Aww.
I wish I could say it improved since I went, but I don't think it has. Meanwhile, there's another mission that's happening right this moment. People are headed off to space for Virgin Galactic's commercial flight. It'll be the first time ever, space in quotations here, but you have a mother-daughter combo that are going up on this Galactic O2 mission. It's going to last.
Wasn't that the same deal with the Titanic submarine?
You got a father-son on that. Why'd you have to bring that up right now?
It just,
God.
it's worth mentioning.
No, it was. You're right. I hope the same outcome isn't what we see here. One lucky contest winner, Keisha Schaff, is taking her daughter, Anastasia Mayers, for her +1.
They're going to be the first people for the Caribbean to go to space. Also, there's an Olympic canoeist, John Goodwin, who's going to be on the space flight. And there's tickets that go for up to $450,000 to go up into space on this ride. We'll see what's going on with them, and hopefully everything goes well. We don't have another Titanic situation on our hands. When we come back, we're going to hear from you with your dispatches. They are already rolling in today, and we want to hear from you as well. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to send that over. Plus, a man just tries to go get some delicious foods at Red Lobster. Where's he end up? In jail. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. He's got a pretty mouth.
Ease up, Dan. What are you doing?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this morning, watch out for an accident off to the side on I-4 westbound at Lake Mary Boulevard. If I-4 is a part of your commute, you can expect delays eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. We're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft brews, wines, and cocktails. Plus, savor more than 20 perfectly matched food selections. And top it all off with festive entertainment and fireworks to keep the party going all day long. This is one craft beer celebration you won't want to miss. The fun is brewing weekends now through Labor Day and is included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we recovered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password,
for you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next-day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
Check it out.
You lifted your car?
Yep. Refinanced my auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Put the money I saved towards an 18-inch lift kit. Pretty sweet, huh?
It's a minivan.
Well, now it's a mega van.
Dad, I can't get down.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we're here to help our members save toward their goals. Whatever they may be. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds, Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
From the newsjunkie.com in just a moment. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. I'm freaking out a little bit today. Before
What's
we get
wrong?
into this Red Lobster freak out story, a freak out of my own. Right now, the vet is on the way to the house to
Oh, no, what happened?
try to help out with Junkie Cat. I've never seen this before in my life. Honestly, I was freaking out when I saw this, and Courtney's like, we got to call the vet. I guess Junkie Cat has something called cherry eye. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that before.
She's my cherry eye.
Yeah, it's like the song, but completely different in another way. Where cats, they're like eyelid comes from the side, kind of. Have you ever seen this before?
Yeah.
You don't usually ever see it. And when they get cherry eye, the inner eyelids like stick out, and they're not supposed to be there. And it's kind of bizarre looking.
Dude, remember I said yesterday as I was leaving that your cat looked like she was mean mugging me?
Yes, that's why.
Yeah, she was like giving me, it was the look in her eyes.
Yes, there's a
She was
thing-
giving me some bitch eyes.
Right, and she's also, all of a sudden, this cat, which is very feral, it doesn't like come out and hang out all that much. I mean, it hangs out with us, but when people come over, it disappears forever.
When Elvis was here, that cat was like...
Didn't see the cat for months.
Yeah.
For months, because Elvis the dog scared the cat. The cat had to live upstairs for the whole time.
Oh, chomp, chomp.
And Junkie Cat comes down, and I see, I'm like, the face looks different on my cat. What's going on? Just like Sealand was saying. And I said, yeah, it's this like cherry eye thing. Courtney and I looked this up, and we're taking a look at what's going on. And then when you look, it's like WebMD for adults, you know? For
Yeah.
humans, it's like, oh, it could be a sign that the cat is not doing well, that there's an underlying issue that they're fitting. Oh, my God, man. I don't want to deal with any of this. And the cat always freaks out because Junkie Cat doesn't want to be around a vet, for God's sake. So we have to have the vet drive to the house, and they got like a mobile vet unit thing. And so I hope everything's okay with that. There's a lot of people on chat saying that that's common in some dog breeds and stuff. I saw that it's common in some cat breeds, not her kind. So I don't know.
Bootsy Moonshine says, nah, she hates you, Sealand.
Sour Patch Pete
What a
on
dick.
Twitch says, so is it like when people flip their eyelids up? A little bit, but from the sides. It's like when you flip your eyelid upside down and that thing pops out.
I don't think I was ever able to do that.
I never wanted to try. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried it. I tried it a lot.
It's so
Yeah, I did.
weird, that thing that people do.
I tried it, but I don't think I got it to stick.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just keep it the way you have it now. No more
I
attempting
can do the
that.
three-leaf clover with my tongue, though, if we're talking about dumb dumb kid tricks.
Because you know what your parents would say when you were trying stuff like that.
If you keep doing that, it's going to get stuck that way.
It's going to get stuck that way. You're going to be like that for the rest of your life now. Okay, over to this man. And he wanted to go get a delicious dinner at Red Lobster in the Villages. And how do we describe the Villages to other people in the listening audience?
I think a lot of other people in the listening audience know what the Villages are.
You think so?
I think
There might be some. I don't know if Dallas would.
Yeah, I don't think Dallas would know what the Villages are.
So it's like basically, what, 10,000, 60,000 people over the age of 55 living out the rest of their years in like Disney World for adults.
Yeah, it's a huge neighborhood where all these people are old. I think you have to be old, don't you? It's like required, right?
I don't know if it is age restricted, yes.
So you have to be older to be in there. Everybody drives around on golf carts, and it's like Margaritaville, and, you know, that's the way they live. And they're all putting, like, loofahs on their house to see what kind of sex they want to have with each other. It's a wild spot to be. And so this is where this all took place, just to keep that in mind. Now, it wasn't inside the Villages, but it was in the area at this Red Lobster. And a guy got in big trouble. His name is James Stevens. He's 49 years old, and deputies were called to this Red Lobster. Now, what happened was there was a 20-year-old woman at the Red Lobster, and she was sitting at a table with some friends. This guy, James Stevens, much older than her, almost 50, and she's 20, he comes over to her table and approaches her and says, "Nice." Or they're not sure. They're not sure if he said nice or good Lord. They have both of the quotes here.
Those are two different phrases.
Either nice or good Lord, he says. They said, then Stevens went to the restroom. The guy goes to the bathroom, but he comes back to her table. He asked for some food at the time and started to rub on her shoulder. So he's like rubbing on her shoulder.
Is it Heroin Guy from the documentary?
It may well be, but for now we're just going to call him James Stevens. And they said, he said to her, and he talks to the people at the table, and he goes, "Hey, I'm a little crazy. If somebody ever calls you crazy, you say, I'm crazy for friends, crazy for love, crazy for success."
He sounds like James Brown.
Crazy for sex.
I'm out on love.
And then he said, they said he leaned into the woman and gave her a hug around the shoulders, rubbed her back and walked away and said, "Have a nice night, baby girl," and walked over to his table, and that was that. She says that was weird, and she calls the cops. The cops come to the Red Lobster after this, and the guy got upset about it. He's like, "What are you talking about?" And the cops are questioning him. They arrested him.
Who's she talking?
They sentenced him to 10 days in jail for this, and it was battery, touch, or strike, according to an arrest report. 10 days in jail he got for this, and that basically means if you're a creeper and you touch somebody, if you put your hands on a shoulder or you rub a back that's not wanting to be rubbed, you could go to jail for that. That's what happened to this guy. And so for 10 days, he spent time behind bars. They said the woman told law enforcement the encounter made her feel uncomfortable and she wished to press charges, which probably never happens. You know, probably most times they're just like, no, just tell them to leave me alone, make this go away. They said Stevens became defensive and refused to provide clear answers when asked about the incident. He was arrested and booked into jail for the incident. There you go. Don't go to Red Lobster and hit on 20-year-olds. Terrible idea, and don't go touching people.
Hey, nice looking.
Yeah, don't do that. Hey, babe, or what do you say on the way out? We said, hold on.
Nice tease.
No. He said, "Have a nice night, baby girl," is what he said on the way out of the place. All right, we're going to hear from you, some dispatches. We'll see what's going on where you are. Let's go over to our friend Mo Manji, the realtor, and see what he's saying.
Hey, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I don't know if you guys saw that in an interview with that kid who went to Fun Spot, they asked him what happened, and he was like, "I fell off a huge roller coaster." Thanks, bye.
Yeah, here we
Mo,
go.
that was the worst.
Thanks, Mo Manji, the realtor. There is a lot coming in here. We want to hear from you as well, but let's go now to...
Something bad happened? Am I missing that?
With what?
Oh,
yeah, there was a roller coaster incident there. I think everybody's okay. As far as I knew, everybody was okay, but we'll have to see. Let's go over to Autobot Ash in the meantime.
Hey, Junkies.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm just catching up. I'm listening to the Monday podcast, but you guys were talking about ticks, and I'm a city employee for which city I shall not name. And I had to go to like a park ceremony thing, And as I'm sitting there listening to the mayor, I had ticks crawling all over me. In my hair, up my pants. I was flicking them off and trying to not be obvious. It was crazy.
Gross. Did you check
anyways,
like all of the crevices?
Yeah, they could get all over you. That's
Not saying
weird.
you have a lot of crevices, but it's just like worth, it could be in an armpit or something. You don't know it.
Sabrina basically says you sound like a crevice kind of person.
Well,
that's not true.
The thing that surprises me is, and I didn't know this, she's saying like she just feel them crawling all over her. I thought they moved really, really slow. But she's saying, like, I'm almost picturing, like, ants or, like, bugs just crawling all over her body and getting
I thought
at
they
her.
fly, right? They fly?
Ticks? I don't think they fly. I think they
No?
stick to things.
They
That's
have like 3 legs. They look, they're like scary spiders minus 2 legs. And they just dig and can burrow into your body.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm staying out of all woods. I'm going to just stay inside. It's safer in here. Watch, this will be the first time I get a tick. I'll stay inside, not go outside, and then I'm the tick guy. Let's go over to Guitar Slinger, who is talking about insurance, which we discussed on the show yesterday.
I've been on the government healthcare marketplace now for a few years, and my current policy is no more than $2,500 out of pocket a year for the deductible, and my premium is less than $100 a month. And I have no complaints on this insurance. It's been great. I get a free checkup every year, all my blood work, everything's covered. So I know a lot of people think it's a bad thing, but if you get a nice policy from them and they're not that expensive,
do it.
It's great. Works good.
All right, thank you. And one more for now.
That's the most serious dispatch from Guitar Slinger we've had in months.
I know his voice sounded different, actually, because
he really did. I thought a joke was going to happen at any moment, and nothing.
No, he's just telling us about his insurance. That's fair enough. Here's Mommy Salami, and she's talking about the Milwaukee House of Horrors, which I'm not sure I'm familiar with.
Did you say horrors?
Horrors. Like Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Am I saying that weird?
A little bit. It sounded like
Milwaukee
horrors.
House of Horrors.
Horrors.
So you say.
Horrors.
You say it, Sabrina.
Whores.
No, you're just saying whores. All right, let's hear from her. Let's see how she's done.
Go all the way to
Oh
Milwaukee.
my God, you guys. I am super behind in the podcast, but I just listened to the one where you mentioned the Milwaukee House of Horrors. And I mainly get my news from you guys. So I hadn't heard about this before, but I know those people, the mom and dad or the couple who got arrested. I went to high school with her. She was in most of my classes. We had mutual friends. I wasn't really friends with her, but we had a ton of mutual friends. I'm Facebook friends with her.
Oh, man.
So this was mind-blowing. I looked up the story, and I'm just, like, in total shock. I've kind of watched...
Do you guys know what story she's talking about?
Yeah,
Milwaukee?
I was about to ask. When did we talk about that?
Hold on. Milwaukee House of Horrors. Let me see. Okay. Cops discover House of Horrors after bloodied, but where the 2 kids escaped, and they were like, one of them was naked in the streets, and they said the kid looked like he had not been outside before, and he was like unkempt. I do remember this. The boys were 7 and 9 years old, and they're saying that those kids may have been like locked in that house for a very long time. The neighbors didn't even know about this. Let's let her finish up here.
Her post pictures of her kids over the years, and just to see like her mugshot now is just mind-blowing. It's so sad what those kids went through. I know her kids have 2 different dads. I know both of them. I went to high school with both of them.
Damn.
It's just absolutely mind-blowing. Wow.
The idea that one person could do that to another person always just shocks me. She did a follow-up on that dispatch, which we'll get to at some point as well. When we come back, an update on the strikes. Is TV coming back, baby? I don't know. We'll find out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning, Conditioning, Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC. From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the high heat and intense humidity. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. It's important to stay hydrated today. Forecast highs in the upper 90s inland and along our east coast, what feels like temperatures well into the triple digits. Spotty showers will be possible mainly after 1 o'clock at 30% coverage. Overnight lows tonight will be humid in the low 80s, and we're hot and humid again for your Friday. Stay cool, everyone.
This report is sponsored by Hirepalooza by OrlandoJobs.com.
Job seekers, get ready for Hirepalooza on August 10th at the Amway Center. Join the largest job fair and career expo in Central Florida. Meet over 120 employers with 6,000 jobs, free parking, and professional headshots. Register at OrlandoJobs.com.
It's time for getting back to things. Back to school, back from vacation, back to your routine, and back to being healthy. Summer vacations and celebrations often lead to weight gain. But don't worry, Red Mountain Weight Loss can help with RM3, the medical breakthrough that helps you lose up to 20 pounds a month. Nothing works faster. RM3 attacks unhealthy fat, reshaping your belly, hips, and thighs so you can regain your ideal body weight. It's safe for men and women, and it's all natural so you won't feel nervous or jittery. RM3 helps overcome issues that cause weight gain, like a slowing metabolism, hormone imbalance, or menopause. This patented medication is available only by prescription, and you can only get it from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Schedule your appointment today and get back to the real you with RM3 from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Dial pound 250 from your phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss. Again, just dial pound 250 from your cell phone right now and use the keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next-day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus next-day energy with melatonin plus extended-release B vitamins.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
We're more than truck drivers. We're road pros.
Yep. Want to know the best way to get somewhere? Ask a truck driver. We know where the pavement is smooth and the stop signs are few and far between.
We also know where the best donuts are and where to find the fuel that helps keep our engines cleaner.
Using Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps us get better mileage.
They provide quick ways to pay so you can get back on the road. They're dependable like that.
Pros like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
Pollo Tropical has a real Cuban sandwich, down to the cut. More roast pork. Esto es lechón, and it will always be lechón. Ham, cheese, pickles. Because without pickles, it's not a real Cuban. Mantequilla is a gift from God, and it's pressed until the cheese melts. A classic. And the drive-thru, it's like una ventanita. The Cuban sandwich from Pollo Tropical. It doesn't get more Cuban than this.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free, anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Start saving on the road with Valero's 100 Days of Summer. Get fuel-saving snacks, swag, and more every day all summer long. Only with Valero Pay Plus. Download the app and start saving right now. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real radio.
I don't know how much, Sabrina and Celine, you guys have seen of what happened in Hawaii this week with this fire.
I've seen pictures. That's
but
about it.
It's like apocalyptic. I mean, it's really was incredibly bad. And what happened was a fire that combined with the winds from a nearby hurricane and created a situation where the fire was just endlessly fed. And the scene afterwards, at first it was like, yes, everybody seems to be getting out safely. People seem to be evacuating. A bunch of people jumped into the ocean and the Coast Guard rescued them. And then when the light went on this morning with the sun coming up, or, the morning after, with the sun coming up, people looked and it was like everything's gone. Everything is gone.
Did you see the videos I sent you guys yesterday afternoon? I know I had seen the headlines that there was a giant fire happening, but I was shook by the footage coming out of there. And we've seen this before in wildfires of people in their trucks trying to get out of it, and everywhere they turned 360 view, everything was on fire. And then the last one I sent you, it's like a dead woman right there on the side of the road.
Yeah, I've seen some of this.
And that was just the beginning of it.
And the fire was so bad that for some people it was just like that. It was everywhere around them. Here's an example of what I'm talking about, since you've only seen a couple of still photos, Sealand. The people on the video side of things on YouTube and Twitch can see this. I'll describe it for everybody else. It's right at the water line, right at the ocean in Hawaii, in Maui, in this area where this happened. Lahaina is the name of the town, I believe. And it's gone. The town is gone. It's just burned. And you got this guy sitting in excuse me, like a yard chair or whatever, lawn chair. And watch when they just move around with the camera a little bit. So there's cars burned out. There's all sorts of buildings that are just totally toasted. Look, just it's apocalyptic. There's nothing left in this place. It's absolutely and totally devastated by this fire that hit them. All the trees, there's no leaves on them. They're completely burned. It is wild looking. These poor folks that had to deal with this lost everything. And they literally
And that's just in one day, Sean?
That was in one day. One day of this fire. It killed at least 36 people. The aerial footage is also very insane to see. Here's some of that. You could just see as they fly over, nothing left. Nothing was spared. Nothing was spared or left behind that wasn't completely and totally destroyed by this fire. If they had a house there, it was gone. It was just completely burned over Lahaina in Hawaii. So these poor folks are trying to put the pieces back together. And it's worse than if you have a hurricane or a tornado go through and you say, all right, well, let's put the pieces back together and rebuild some things. This is just, everything's gone.
Yeah.
Forestation, everything is just totally gone.
So I feel for those folks on the big island in Maui in Hawaii. Meanwhile, there is some more information coming out about the strikes that we've been seeing with SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild of America. That's the writer's strike and the actor's strike. The writer's strike has been going on a lot longer and is having more of an impact, I think. But they're both striking right now. And one of the big agencies, the talent agencies...
I think that both, I mean, the writers might have more of an impact because you're still not getting a whole lot done when the writers can't write. But also...
The actors can't act.
The actors can't act, even though the writing that was already done is useless.
Yeah, now everything comes to a standstill.
For now. I mean, I'm not just throwing it away.
WME is one of the biggest talent agencies out there, and here's what they say the impact is on them.
Is that William Morris Entertainment?
I think it is, yes. Yeah, the CFO, Jason Lublin of Endeavor, who owns WME, said the company is expecting the strikes to cost them about $25 million per month in revenue. $25 million per month. Ari Emanuel, who famously was portrayed in...
he was Hug It Out Bitch.
Yeah, and what was it?
Entourage.
Entourage. He was the...
Entourage.
He was supposed to be the character that was played by... I forget.
Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven, in that the agent is supposed to be Ari Emanuel. And he said that his company continues to be aligned with its actor and writer clients, but it's going to be months, not days, before the business spools back up. It's unlike any strike that's happened in a long time. And as that's happening, they continue to screw us over out there. Because I saw Disney Plus has raised their rates, and I think also Hulu.
Yes, well, now they're doing like a package deal, which if you see it like that and they're really fun commercials, it's like, no, you're saving. But then when you really look at it, you're just being forced to pay a lot more money.
All this stuff started so cheap, but we knew it was eventually going to just creep up. We just knew it was going to be that way. I don't know how cheap Netflix was at the beginning, but it certainly wasn't what it is now. It's a lot more expensive.
I think
Disney Plus with no ads is going from $10.99 a month to $13.99 a month, and then Hulu with no ads is going from $14.99 to $17.99.
Yeah, they're just going to keep going up. They're going to go up, and you know what's going to happen? Everybody who was bitching and moaning at the cable companies about how expensive their cable bill was is going to go, oh wow, this is more expensive now. Because I don't have like one company I have to pay. I've got 11 of them, and they all go up at the same time.
It's going to make America pirate again.
Yeah, that's what's happening. We're pushing us back into pirate territory. I'm going to have to load up the Pirate Bay once again and start downloading things.
You know what their favorite letter is?
What?
R. No, you would think that, but it's the C.
You should be embarrassed.
That was bad.
That's one of my wife's favorite jokes. She has 4 of them, and that's one of her favorites.
All right, sprinkle in the rest of them throughout the show today. All right, let's go over to some dispatches.
How many tickles does an octopus have?
8? No, 10.
10 tickles.
Oh, God.
All right.
Here's Rhino Love with a dispatch.
Hey there. I'm not sure where all this tick discussion started because I've been out of town a few days, but here's my story about ticks. When I lived in Sarasota, Florida, I happened to pick up a piece of furniture for a friend who was refinishing it and wound up having ticks in it somehow. It was in my car, infested my car without me realizing.
Gross.
Which brought it into my house without me realizing, which meant these ticks were devouring my dogs and probably us as a family. I know I had to pull one off of my 10-year-old daughter at the time and got her tested for Lyme. But the worst part about this adventure is the ticks, once they were full, climbed all the way up to the ceiling in the little corner, hung out up there until I could get pest control, and whatever happened, I had blood running down my walls from the ticks. I'm not sure.
All right, I'm done with ticks. I don't want to hear about
I'm sorry.
this anymore.
Did every podcast listener just hear the tick episode?
I think so. They're all just catching up right now. Let's
so gross.
Hit a pause on dispatches for a moment. I want to talk about this anyhow because there's more and more stories about just how expensive it is to live in some of these cities in the United States of America. And the story today is, of course, about New York City, where rent goes up and up and up and up and up. And they said in Manhattan, How much do you think the average rent is that people pay right now for an apartment?
For what, though?
In Manhattan? Just in general. It's just so everybody who's renting in Manhattan, the average person is paying this much money.
Are we like talking like a 1-1?
No, it's just all rentals. I can break it down. Actually, I'll break it down further. The average rental price for a studio apartment in Manhattan.
Ooh,
what do you think
so
that is? One room. You're talking one room and a bathroom, probably. Just one open studio room. And it's probably so tiny. In Manhattan, a studio is smaller than it is in damn near any other city in the country. What do you think the average price for a studio in Manhattan is right now?
$2,000.
$2,000. What about you, C-Lane?
$3,100.
$3,278. $3,278 for a studio apartment in Manhattan. $4,443 for a one-bedroom apartment. And if you want a two-bedroom apartment, well, buckle up, friends, because it's $6,084 a month for those two bedrooms.
I thought they had rent control.
They do in certain parts of the city, but there is a lot of expensive renting in not just Manhattan, but New York City as a whole. If you happen to be mega rich, anybody happen to be mega rich? You're going to have to for this. If you want a three-bedroom apartment, the average rental price for a three-bedroom is $10,673 per month. That is absolutely bananas. Really, really expensive. Even over in Queens, it's expensive. All these places, very, very costly right now to rent even a small little apartment in any of them.
One of our, I think I might have told you this, I don't remember on the air or not. One of our high ups that works at iHeart in New York. He works in Manhattan.
Yeah.
He commutes from Connecticut.
Oh, really? How long does that take, for God's sake?
I think he said 30, but the way I was looking at the trains, I was like, or maybe he drives. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it seemed like 45 or more.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who do that. I know there's a lot of people who live in New Jersey and then drive over every single morning, which is a nightmare. And the traffic coming into there every day is just unbelievable. I don't see the draw, man. I don't know why you would ever choose that. Why you would want to live in a city that is, number one, that packed, and number two, that expensive to live in. Not for me, not going to do it. Speaking of New York, we might as well work this in real quick because it's just like something out of a damn movie. This is a true story, I swear to God. There was a guy that got arrested back on July 31st in New York City. Yen-Chun Chen is his name. 44 years old, criminal possession of a controlled substance. But when they arrested him, he had a medical condition going on. So you know what they do when that happens? You don't go to jail.
Go to the hospital.
You go to the hospital, right? They put you in the hospital and they help you deal with the mental condition that you're facing. And so he goes into the
mental or medical?
Medical, rather. The medical issue that he's facing. Goes into the hospital and he's there for a little while. And obviously they keep an eye on him. And all of a sudden they go, son of a bitch, where's Yen-Chun? He's gone. Where the hell is he? And they look into this, and they said he managed to escape the hospital by old-fashioned, right out of a movie, tying together the bed sheets and making one of those long bed sheet ropes. And
that is risky. If you don't get a good knot, you're dead, right?
Yeah, and he was several floors up. So he was on the 5th floor of this hospital.
That's a good amount of bed sheets.
Yeah, so he ties together all these bed sheets and towels and anything that he could find in his room to get out through the 5th floor window of this hospital.
Did they say what his medical condition was?
It doesn't say. It just says a medical issue that caused him to be admitted to the hospital. And then they said he went from the 5th floor to the 2nd floor with bed sheets and towels. And then when he got to the 2nd floor, there was a ladder that was set up that got him down to the 1st floor, and he jumped in a taxi and hauled ass and got out of there. And he was not seen from again. The suspect is 6'3", 250 pounds, and has some tattoos on him. If you're out there looking around in New York City, maybe trying to find a cheaper apartment or something, I don't know. Whatever you got going on, keep an eye out for that guy. All right, let's the dispatches. Hopefully you're not talking about ticks anymore. Oh, we have the update on...
No one really ticks me off.
We have an update on that Milwaukee House of Horrors that Mommy Salami was talking about. All right. So let's see what she said.
Okay, guys, follow up to my previous dispatch about the Milwaukee House of Horrors, Katie Cuck. So I took a trip down memory lane and was trying to like remind myself of all the players involved. And I found both of the baby daddies on Facebook and remembered,
Stalking
wait a minute,
mode.
there's a third child. Her first kid would be a few years older than the oldest one mentioned in this news story. So I believe they said that her 2 kids that escaped from the house were 9 and 7. So those are her 2 younger kids who share the same father. Her older kid would probably be about 11 or 12 years old now. And he's not a part of this story as far as I can find. And I'm really curious, like, where is he? From what I can tell, he's not living with his biological dad.
Yeah. I mean, that whole story is so terrible. And we're going to find out at some point what was done to these poor kids that were really, really neglected. And they said it looked like they had never walked around outside before when they escaped this house. What's going on where you are? What's on your mind? Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. I'm very self-conscious about the way I say horrors right now.
Horrors.
House of Horrors. That sounds right?
A horrific house.
A horrific house. A house of horrors. I think I got it. I'm close. At least I'm in the ballpark. When we come back, we've got much more for you. The next episode is on the way. There's so much racked up and ready to go. Plus, what the hell is happening with this Lil Tay story? If it's what it is possibly going to be, it's absolutely disgusting. But we'll see. It's coming up. I almost said on the next episode. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The 2023 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament presented by JustCallMode.com will be August 19th. Get the details at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for delays due to an accident on State Road 535 heading southbound south of Palm Parkway. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Bumby Avenue at Virginia Drive. Traveling on I-4, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Traveling on Florida's Turnpike, you can expect your regular pockets of congestion. See traffic troubles, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Better sleep. Can't wait. Black Friday now at Mattress Firm ends Tuesday. Don't miss your chance to save up to $600 on America's best mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Hurry and stop by your local Mattress Firm today.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don does a live radio show every Saturday morning? That's right, my friends. Each week on Saturday mornings, right here on Real Radio 104.1, Don and his crew are answering your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, that's okay. You can check out all the informative episodes right there on the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, or, of course, wherever you download podcasts. Just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now, Don and his crew, they're pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. They're explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. He wants to make the process easy and not shove you down a hill of confusion. When it comes to shopping for a mortgage, it can be very complicated, and chances are very good that you're leaving money on the table. So let That Mortgage Guy Don get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Get ready to win your way into our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. This is your chance to see Foo Fighters, Sheryl Crow, Lenny Kravitz, Public Enemy, and so much more. Listen for the keywords at 9 a.m., 1 and 5 p.m. each weekday for your chance to win $1,000 and a
in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5/23.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration. We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixin you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password, for you to become a victim. LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
up, and I'm not even sure, honestly, what's going on as of yet, because there is this story we talked about on the show previously. There's this viral star. She's been off the internet for a while, I think. Lil Tay is her name. And if you're not familiar, you don't need to know too much about her. But basically, her mother was a realtor.
Cute little girl, big stacks of cash.
Yeah, and her mom did these videos of her that they posted online where she was pretending to be like a rapper influencer with big stacks of cash and fancy cars and talking crap about other people, cursing, all that stuff. And this went on for a little while, and she was a big deal at the time because people were so absolutely taken aback that they would have a child saying this online. And you learn the mom is behind it, right? And you're like, oh my God. Could you imagine? You're going to have a kid soon, Celia. Could you imagine taking your kid and turning them into like a little gangster online for clout and to make some space bucks?
It would be pretty hilarious.
little mini Celia, and you're like, hold this gun, and here's a stack of cash for you. Now I want you to threaten Lil Bow Wow or something. That's what happened. That's what this person did with their child. It's like just absolutely horrific parenting. And the thing that happened afterwards was, I guess there was a custody fight between the mom and the dad, and all of a sudden they stopped posting videos. And it's been years and years since anybody's heard from this young girl, Lil Tay. And then there was an announcement from her Instagram page that said she had died at just 14 years old. Out of nowhere, Lil Tay is dead. And people are obviously shocked by this. But immediately we realize something's weird. Something's wrong here. Because it mentions that Lil Tay died. And then it just, and by the way, her brother died too. And
yeah.
And they're like mysterious circumstances. They're not sure how anybody died yet.
It's still under investigation.
Yeah.
And then I saw like headlines because I think, you got your TMZs that are reaching out to the police department and they're like, we were not made aware of any of this.
Yeah.
We have no way to confirm that she has passed. There's no record of it, and we are not investigating anything.
Right. The cops said flat out, we have no record of this girl or her brother being dead. And add to that, Celine had brought up her Instagram, and there was an old post that she had done, and that one sounded like her brother was dead previously,
yes.
Right?
Yes, it was 3.5 years old,
so
this post.
Then I see after this.
Also, one of the things that was kind of like I kept refreshing going, why is this not hitting? Because we got at least one or two notifications on our phones from like news sources, like Daily Mail, I think, picked it up.
Oh, a lot of people
picked it up. But it wasn't on TMZ.
No, they were the ones talking to the police, and the police are like, we don't have any record of this girl being dead. All the rest of us normal people are just assuming that somebody wouldn't lie about their daughter being dead, right? And so I'm getting to a point here. I'm arriving at a point. There was a story that suggested that somebody had witnessed what happened here, and they claimed that it was a car accident with her brother and her, and that they had both died in the car accident. Right? But still, again, the police are saying, nope, we've got no information to suggest this is true at all, blah, 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 blah. Now people are doubting the story. People are saying we don't think anybody's dead at all. And they believe that she's going to be launching through her mom or whatever, a cryptocurrency in the coming days. And all of this is an attempt to get press and attention ahead of this crypto launch that they're going to do. And if that's true, number one, it's absolutely disgusting. But number two, and perhaps more importantly, they should throw whoever did this in jail. Whoever posted this, you're faking somebody's death to get attention, and you're causing all kinds of reactions to that. They should
also a child, like
a 14-year-old.
Talk about cancel culture. This is like the, I think, definition. Like, this person should be canceled. And to drag them, like the kids, with that and set them up for the next 10, 15 years being the kids who fake their own death or whose parents fake their death.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like, this is worse than Balloon Boy. This is like the gigantic lie. If it's a lie, right? We still don't know if it's a lie or not.
It's Balloon Girl.
Yeah, Balloon Girl. Lil Tay, and if the
That's what
parents-
you almost missed out on.
If the parents are lying about her being dead, they should be charged. They should be charged with something for doing this. Amy says, yeah, if they're lying, they need to be arrested. I believe so. Is there a law against faking the death of a person? It wouldn't be a false police report because they didn't call the police necessarily.
I mean, I think you would have.
What would that charge be?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's illegal to fake your own death, I believe, right?
Yeah,
or
I would imagine.
This might be some DeWitt questions.
Yeah,
but
honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to think what the crime would be.
Well, I think the crime would be fraud if you somehow benefit monetarily from this. So
Mhm.
if you fake Lil Tay's death and a bunch of people donate to Lil Tay's funeral,
that would be fraud.
That would be, fraud, and you'd have to be able to go after charges and after damages. But just saying somebody's dead, I mean, actually, this would be fraud too. Like, how many times have you heard a story where somebody's like tried to get a better airplane ticket, a cheaper airplane ticket, and it's like, it's my grandmother's funeral.
Right, yeah. Well, in this case, I've seen some stories about this. This says, is it illegal to fake your own death? And it says a California rapper who faked his own death for publicity has been arrested. Tim Dog, a.k.a. Timothy Blair, reportedly died in February from diabetes-related complications. But a woman named Esther Pilgrim has accused the F. Compton artist of faking his own death to avoid making court order repayments to women he scammed.
Bad Timmy Dog.
And this guy faked his own death, and they said, but is it illegal to fake your own death? The short answer is nope. I'm unaware of any federal statute that would apply to an individual who fakes their own death, according to an FBI spokesperson. But this guy was convicted of what C-Lane said, the fraud part of it, because he didn't want to pay these child support payments, so he pretended he died of diabetes. And I don't know how it would be too different in this case, unless they don't solicit any money from anywhere. But that is just the absolute worst in human behavior. I mean, if you could bring yourself to that level.
I mean, if this story or rumor or whatever it is about this possible cryptocurrency launch is true, it would still be very trashy if she really did die.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Lil Tay was actually dead, and they're like, by the way, we got Tay-Coin coming out.
Right.
Give you some Tay-Coin.
Did you see the TikTok video I sent you this morning? Because it was Barstool, I think, that was covering it and this mystery behind it. And apparently, and it has not been verified, but this new account pops up on Instagram, Termani, Termanii, and it's supposed to be from the point of view of Tay herself, saying that, to be clear, I'm not dead. I don't have access anymore to Lil Tay Instagram. My sister and I, I guess it's the brother.
Somebody does.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the brother. And there's something on there about, like, if we get to this many likes, we'll go live on Instagram.
Oh,
It's
God.
like, oh, my God.
I'm faking my own death, you guys.
Yeah.
I think that we'll get the web goals.
Oh, of course it will. I mean, can you imagine, though? You wouldn't get in trouble if you did that. That is so strange to me. If you pretend to be dead, fake your death, it's not actually a state or federal crime.
How pissed would you be, Sabrina, if you faked your own death and we didn't get the web goals?
I'll try it again.
You're just sitting there watching, and you're like, what the hell, guys?
Guys, she's really dead. Really, really
Yeah,
dead.
look.
It says suspicions that late influencer Lil Tay suffered abuse at the hands of her family, including her father, are surfacing in the wake of her death. This is the New York Post. Just as unsettling are new statements from her former manager questioning whether the teen sensation is actually dead. In the hours since an Instagram post announced her demise, the manager of the 14-year-old star released a statement casting slight doubt on her apparent passing. I've been in communication with individuals who have an intimate understanding of the family's situation. Given the complexities of current circumstances, I'm at a point where I cannot definitively confirm or dismiss the legitimacy of the statement issued by the family. So, and it could still be that that's the case. Terrible either way, right? Terrible if a 14-year-old who finally was getting maybe her life back on track and wasn't a spectacle that was used by her parents, which is a whole different conversation. But terrible if the parents were lying about this in an attempt to get attention for something, whether it be a cryptocurrency or any number of other things. It's just bad. And I guess it goes to a larger point where it's like, if you're a parent and you're utilizing your child to go viral and to create content online, I think that goes into territory that's pretty gross a lot. It really does. I think that's screwed up. One of the ones that comes to mind, do you guys remember? There's a YouTube woman, I think, and she was filming in the car with her son.
Oh, yeah, cry.
And he
All
was
right, do this
crying.
for the thumbnail.
Yeah, he was crying and as they're filming the video, and she's like, yeah, okay, more tears. And he's like, no, I'm crying for real, Mommy. And she's like, oh, yeah, we're doing it for the YouTube video. He's like, no, I'm really crying. I'm really sad. And she didn't edit it out, and she posted the video and left it in there.
And then she even stopped herself and she pretended to cry. There was another woman recently who got, and it wasn't as bad as the dog dying mother and son, but it was a lady who had her baby on her lap, and she's like talking about childcare. The baby's pacifier falls out, drops on the floor, and then she did not edit it properly. So she's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom and wash this off. Pause, and then put it right back in the baby's mouth.
I bet my mom's done that plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that happened to me when I was little.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's good.
It turned out just fine.
A little dirt's fine for you. But some of this other stuff, not so much. And there's a lot of people chiming in on chat with what their thoughts are. Amy says she's embarrassed of how she came off and she faked her death. I believe her parents are in on it. I don't know. But either way, it's bad. It's bad if she's being used once again as a prop. It's bad if she's actually dead as a teenager. It's just bad. And it's a larger allegory for kids being part of social media. It's fine to post your kids online. I know some people who don't even do that. There's a lot of people that now will not post photos of their kids. Or I have somebody that I follow on Instagram, and whenever they post a photo of their family, they block out the child's face. They don't show the child's face because they don't want them to be online at all because, who knows?
My cousin does that to her students for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would make sense for a teacher to do that.
But I believe my sister didn't let her kids on social media or have their own profiles, or if they did, they didn't have their pictures on them. I think she kept that pretty private.
I don't mind that. I think it's okay to do that. I mean, it's fine to also have photos of your kids, but when you get into the territory where you're monetizing,
which is
why that's bad.
Which is then you don't see them grow up like that. And then you're shocked when you finally see a picture and one of them looks like an absolute school shooter.
Look at this out of nowhere, out of left field. My God. Sam said, "What if she never existed in the first place?" I mean, that might be a thing to worry about in the future for sure. Now, I'm pretty sure that she exists. I'm pretty sure that she's out there somewhere. But I don't know what the rest means. And I don't think anybody actually does right now. That's the frightening part. Let's go over to one dispatch real quick. Maybe one or two we can work in. Here's Anthony talking about full of knots. Okay? What's that mean? Full of knots, Anthony? Let us know, friend. Here we go. Let's hear from him. Here he is with his dispatch.
Good afternoon, news junkies. Listening to the report about the guy that escaped from the hospital, I looked it up for you. Ironically, the reason he was admitted, his muscles were full of knots. Oh. Go figure. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Sealand, do you have another one of these jokes from your wife to cover that up?
See,
cover that territory.
It's one of the Ashley jokes.
He did the pirate one.
How did the author of Harry Potter get down a hill?
Rolling.
No.
Walking, J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
It's better than that. It was better than the knots joke. I have to give you that. Here's Tuck Frump.
What if they're just saying the character of Little Tay is dead? They're not at all saying.
No, they used her name.
The actual child is dead.
They said our beloved
because,
Claire.
Yeah.
This parent obviously has done a lot of things in poor taste, so maybe they don't realize the implication behind saying Little Tay is dead, and people just automatically jumping to the actual human being and not this fictional character of Little Tay.
That would be a decent point, if not for the fact that they actually wrote out her name. They said our beloved Claire has passed away, blah, blah, blah. And also, by the way, her brother...
This guy can read eulogies like a champ.
Blah, blah, blah. By the way, her brother died too, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's not it. I think it might just be that this is some sort of play for attention. I hope it's not, though. All right, when we come back, we'll see what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us today. As always, we appreciate you. If you miss any of the show, go to thenewsjunkie.com. There's a story about the founder of Barstool Sports buying the company back. And it's kind of an insane deal that just took place. The numbers behind it are going to take you by surprise. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on Bumpy Avenue at Virginia Drive. Authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 535 heading southbound at Palm Parkway. Watch out for delays due to an accident on Orange Blossom Trail at Lancaster Road. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between State Road 408 and Amelia Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there. T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Experience more of the music you love with the record-setting 5G network. T-Mobile customers can unlock VIP benefits at the festival all weekend long. It's better over here. See why at T-Mobile.com/SEEWHY.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Josh Wolf August 11th and 12th.
My best night in college. Okay, wow. My buddy and I were drunk at the zoo.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a good laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in Central Florida. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Sweet and salty caramel notes mingle with ice below a pillow of salted caramel cream cold foam in Dunkin' Salted Caramel Cold Brew. Try it in all the Dunkin' refreshers, iced coffees, cold brews, and lattes this summer.
Watch me do my thing. I said, watch me do my shake, shake. Woo! Watch me do my thing. I said, watch me do my shake, shake.
America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
We must all do our part to reduce the risk and impact of wildfire in Florida. Pick up yard debris, create defensible space around your home, and prepare an emergency kit. Preparing for a hurricane is similar to preparing for wildfires. Being wildfire ready is being hurricane ready. Hurricane debris puts us at greater risk for wildfire. It's not about if a wildfire will ignite, but when. Learn how you can be ready for wildfires at BeWildfireReadyFL.com. A message brought to you by the Florida Forest Service.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. We're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft brews, wines, and cocktails. Plus, savor more than 20 perfectly matched food selections. And top it all off with festive entertainment and fireworks to keep the party going all day long. This is one craft beer celebration you won't want to miss. The fun is brewing weekends now through Labor Day and is included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
The podcast Journalista tells the improbable life story of Courtney Cookie Hood. Follow Cookie's adventures from working for CBS News in Managua during the Nicaraguan Civil War to blowing the lid off the Iran-Contra scandal and almost taking down the Reagan presidency.
They're assuming that I know what I'm doing, that I'm a journalist. I wasn't. I was being thrown into the Coliseum to the lions. I had not a clue.
Listen to Journalista on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Go back to school in a new Nissan with no payments for 6 months. Shop Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Radio. 104.1.
thenewsjunkie.com and Caramoon Star emails. It says, "Hey, Sean, I was listening to all the talk about how hot it is. Yeah, you can't get away from that right now. And just consider that we're experiencing the coldest summer of the rest of our lives because it's only going to get hotter and hotter." No,
All right.
I don't believe that for a second. I think this is an incredibly warm summer, and that's why it stands out. And there's a lot of reasons for that.
Well, just wait till the winter.
I know, but
just wait till it starts happening where people are like, I thought it was global warming.
You're going to see that. You see it every year. But this year, I think the thing that's going on is people are utilizing the heat to forward other kind of movements. And they're going, see how hot it is? This is as cool as it's going to get. It's never going to be any cooler than this in the summer. It's like, come on. That's obviously not true. Temperatures don't go just
Says
one
the guy
way.
who said COVID would just be over in a couple weeks.
Very true. Oh, why would I ever think that a global pandemic would break out when we had so many of these stories where they'd go, be worried. What was the one right before that? Ebola? Ebola, I think, where they flew a patient with Ebola into the United States, and everybody's like, get him out of here. We're like, all of those stories were like, yep, it's going to spread.
Burn the plane down. It's worth it.
And that nobody would ever thought that was going to happen. God, I wish I was right. I wish I was right about that. Right about this, though. Trust me. This is weather, and this is what happens with weather. And it's hot. It's hot all over the country. It's a hot summer, but it'll cool down soon. This is the peak of it right now, or close to it, I think. If you look at when we get our warmest temperatures, it's right around this time of year in August. I just can't thank people enough who go out and work in this kind of stuff. There's a guy mowing my lawn right now. I don't know how he's alive. I don't know how he's doing that.
Is his child there or child back at school?
I can't see. I just heard them a little bit earlier. But he usually brings his kid with him, and they're both out there fully covered. You know, they don't have any skin exposed to the sun. It's just insanely hot temperatures.
It was a weird pause. It sounded like you were saying to us that they lack skin.
No. They have skin. It's just totally covered by the clothes that they're wearing out there while they're doing this.
It's just like a bloody mess walking through your lawn.
Kara Moonstar says, I guess I'm just trying to see the positive side of this. Have a great day. P.S. Hating the idea of Sabrina and C-Lane having to go back to HQ. I started watching the show in this format on YouTube, and my favorite part is you guys being together like it is now. I'm not complaining, just sharing my thoughts. Kara Moonstar. Yeah, well, I mean, you're right, but here we are. We're making some progress, though. We're making a little bit of progress. We got some things that they're putting in C-Lane's studio to be at HQ, and then we're going to make it so first everything sounds as good as it possibly can. It's going to sound great. There's not going to be a delay or anything. I'm going to have a screen so I can see everybody and we can interact in a smooth way. It'll be fine. But then the visuals will take a little longer. We have to dress up the studios a little bit to make it look as good as it can.
Then if you piss us off, we could just turn you off.
Yeah, that probably happen at least once a week, I would think. I'm expecting it now. I hate to have more updates on this because I'd like to ignore it, but there's two other things that have come up about the Lil Tay situation.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, somebody ran the statement which announced the supposed death of this viral star, and they ran it through AI detection, and they said it was 100% match for being generated by AI.
I saw that, and like they did mention that these sites aren't usually that, accurate or, take it with a grain of salt, but the fact that it said 100% AI generated says a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 100%, it looks like there's a decent chance, at least, that they may have used AI to do this. And then she changed her description on her YouTube page to say, help me. And it's like, oh, my God. That's just so gross. The whole thing is so gross. I'm guessing they'll come out and they'll be like, this was actually a commentary on how irresponsible the mainstream
I don't think
news
that they
is.
would be smart enough to say that. I think that they're going to get caught red-handed, and you will have to go get regular jobs now.
Yeah, get out there and get a real job. This mom was a realtor back in the day. I don't know. I don't even want to waste my breath on this anymore. But we'll hear from you. You can waste yours if you want. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off a dispatch to us. You guys know Barstool Sports, I'm sure, at this point.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Barstool Sports.
With Presidente.
Yeah, El Presidente. Dave Portnoy is his name, I believe. He sold Barstool Sports, which was his company, for $551 million, right? He had sold this, and he was no longer like the person in charge of the company because a company named Penn had bought this. Now, Penn bought this because Penn is a sports book company, and they wanted to use the Barstool brand to push the sports book stuff.
Right.
So they tried that, and they decided to go another way. And they decided to sell Barstool Sports back to the Dave Portnoy guy. Remember, he got a big, gigantic chunk of money for this when they bought it. He just bought it back for $1.
Oh.
$1 he paid them.
I would have paid $2.
Yeah, at least, right? Why not? The thing is, the deal is actually more interesting than that. The reason they wanted to sell Barstool Sports is because they just cut a deal with ESPN. And now ESPN is going to have them as the official sports book, the official ESPN sports book.
Wait, does Penn have any apps that we would have heard of?
I don't know. Well, I think they had the Barstool betting apps. I think they had those ones. But it's gonna go over to an ESPN betting app, which is kind of interesting. Remember, this is like under the Disney umbrella, ESPN is. And they're getting deep involved into the world of sports betting. Why? Because there's insane amounts of money in it.
Well, duh.
Just wild amounts of money that goes around in this. And so they announced a deal with ESPN to launch ESPN Bet, and they're going to pay ESPN $1.5 billion to do this. And they're going to make insane amounts of cash off all the ESPN people and everybody who is going to be doing gambling on those platforms. So they said, here's the deal. We'll sell Barstool Sports back to you for $1, and it's your company again. the stipulation is you can't have any kind of betting deals yourself. You can't deal with any sports books at all. And if you ever sell the company, we get 50% of the proceeds. And he says he's not going to sell the company. But talk about a hell of a deal. A $1 bill to buy your company back. And that's where he finds himself right now. So it's going to be interesting to see ESPN roll out all this gambling stuff and see if people are into that or not, or what that is going to be, it's going to look like for everybody. Okay, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? An LA teacher is making headlines for receiving a life-saving kidney transplant thanks to New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party, except in Kuwait and Lebanon, thanks to Scissor Barbie. Enough is enough, my friends. Plus, another day, another headline about Bam getting arrested, but this time, it's for the same exact thing he got arrested for in the past. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the high heat and intense humidity. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. It's important to stay hydrated today. Forecast highs in the upper 90s inland and along our east coast, what feels like temperatures well into the triple digits. Spotty showers will be possible mainly after 1 o'clock at 30% coverage. Overnight lows tonight will be humid in the low 80s, and we're hot and humid again for your Friday. Stay cool, everyone.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
With Spectrum Mobile and the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5, you get faster speeds with Spectrum Speed Boost. Pre-order through Spectrum now and get up to $1,000 off, plus the value of your trade-in and a free storage upgrade. Hurry! Offer ends August 10th. Visit a Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com to pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z. Visit spectrum.com/policy/mobile-terms for details. Restrictions apply. Spectrum Internet required. Auto pay required.
Hey, Florida. This is Pete from Repipe Specialists, Florida's #1 repipe expert, and I'm here with some important news. If pipes in your home are polybutylene, they're no longer an approved home water piping system. These inferior pipes create incredible damage, causing homeowner insurance policies to be canceled, leaving you with no other option but to repipe your home completely. And this extends to new policies as well. Floridians, if your pipes are polybutylene, call us today at 844-REPIPE-5 to schedule your free in-home estimate. That's 844-REPIPE-5. With over 60,000 complete home repipes and thousands of 5-star reviews, we'll expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. And our work is guaranteed for life. Plus, call 844-REPIPE-5 now, and for a limited time, you can save 20% and get zero interest financing for 12 months on approved credit. If you live in Orlando, Tampa, or the surrounding area, you'll want to call us, Repipe Specialists, at 844-REPIPE-5. Or go to repipe.com now.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
For you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Strong enough for a Mastiff, but gentle enough for a Chihuahua. Invisible Fence brand is more than a fence. Customized for every pet, every need, and every yard. Their hands-on training and exclusive technology ensures your pet is protected while giving them more room to run. Learn more at invisiblefence.com.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep. And a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better. Night after night. Sleep next level. Only from Sleep Number.
It's the biggest sale of the year. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Plus special financing ends Monday. See store for details.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
For hanging out with us. We appreciate you. If you missed any of the show today, you can always go to thenewsjunkie.com and you can get the podcast links. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio at your leisure. Imagine that. How convenient is that? Thanks to our friends and family over at iHeartRadio. Go get that link at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Seriously, I want to buy your baby.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
No audio. Yep, we got nothing from your laptop right now.
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear,
I can hear
we
you.
hear your voice, but
I do not hear anything else.
I don't hear the thing.
No.
Nope.
Smoke weed every day. It should be working. It's
not.
very disappointing that it's not.
It was working at the beginning of the show. Why did you tinker with it?
I didn't tinker with anything. You can't hear like this right here?
I hear nothing.
Nothing?
I hear like the tiniest of things.
All right, I'm going to pump it up even more. How about now?
Nope.
I mean, it's barely.
Yeah,
there.
it sounds like it's on a laptop across the room.
All right, looks like I will be just singing all of my clips today, including our sponsor for the next episode. That's That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, so much more, start the process today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com and check out the Home Loans Radio Show every weekend. Get your questions answered live. by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com and leaving a shout out. Don't miss the boat. Get your quote. That mortgage guy Dawn.
This one I have.
It was 44 years ago, 1979, that this guy right here, boo, don't stop till you get enough.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
That is correct. And he released his 5th album on this day. You guys just got to go with it, all right? It was called Off the Wall, featuring Rock With You, Off the Wall, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. So happy 44th anniversary to that album.
That was a bunch of big
one.
hits on Off the Wall.
It was. And that was, wasn't that the album that he, like, had started his skin bleaching transition?
I don't know. Yeah, it must have happened around then at some point.
He had gotten burned or something like that. Another day, another headline in which a star from this show, bam, bam, bam,
Jackass.
bam, bam, that is right. Bam Margera found himself behind bars yet again, this time in Philadelphia after an incident at a hotel. Margera was arrested by Radnor Township overnight, cited for public intoxication after an incident at this hotel. They say he went into the hotel around 3:15 in the morning, seeking to get a room. The manager said, as far as the policy goes, if no one who isn't already registered is on the property after 1 a.m., they can't really do anything about it. And so they decided at that point, well, we can't give you a room, and that's when things went from sweet to very, very sour. Police were called at 3:45 a.m., so he had all of 30 minutes to create complete destruction.
Is that really common, like not being able to get a hotel room? You can't just go like 24 hours a day? I guess I thought you could, but that's stupid.
Maybe it's like this hotel in particular, because I feel like you can go to like a Motel 6 and get it whenever you want, right?
Yeah, probably.
They say Margera was released from police custody later on, and he is being issued with the citation of public intoxication. Now, this came just 2 weeks after a judge ruled that Bam must stand trial on charges that he punched his brother during an altercation in Chester County. During that July 27th hearing, a judge ruled that Bam must get a drug and alcohol screening to remain free on bail. And so what did he do? Got blacked out drunk in Philly and arrested yet again.
Jeez, he is one of the biggest messes that I've ever seen in the celebrity world. Like, this is a slow motion car crash.
I think, you know who probably really likes Bam Margera right now? Is Artie Lang.
Yeah, you're making me look so good.
I mean, if Artie Lang could get better, then I feel like Bam can. Artie Lang was messed up for like 3 decades. And now he's got a new nose and a new lease on life.
Did he get a new nose? I think they tried to fix it.
I thought he did. I think it was on Botched.
Yeah, I think they tried to fix it, but man,
they
he
put
did a
Artie
number.
Lang on Botched.
That's where
Botched
he's
is
at.
for bad surgeries, not just for people who snort glass.
The eBay listing has officially closed for the microphone that was used and thrown by this gal right here.
Cardi B.
Grab a bucket, and that Cardi B is right. She chucked it into the crowd. It spawned a police investigation. They deemed her not a suspect, or at least decided not to charge her, but an eBay bidding war did ensue, and it was supposed to go to charity. I think that the original auction started off at $500, got over 120 bids in about a week, and the grand total, did you guys see the headline already? Do you want to guess?
I did, but I forgot what it was.
I did not.
Give it a guess.
I think it was like around 100,000.
101,000.
It was $99,900.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's an impressive amount for
So
a microphone.
they found out it was real then, right? That means like nobody was just screwing around and pranking them with eBay bids that were fake. That was an actual bid for that much money.
Yeah, it was an actual bid. The mic was auctioned off by the owner of the Wave. That's the production company that owns the audio device. I assumed it was like a Shure wireless.
Yeah, I mean, based on some of the things that come through my Instagram all the time, like my Amazon ads, he probably, if pocketing this money, would have made himself $98,900.
Right.
They say it was going to 2 charities, that $99,000. It's going to go to the Wounded Warrior Project, as well as a local Vegas charity, Friendship Circle Las Vegas. So, I mean, there's a silver lining to all of it. We never heard from the girl who actually got hit in the face by the microphone, right? Like, does she get any sort of money?
I don't
Is she
know.
going to sue Cardi B?
The charges were dropped, right?
Yeah, I believe so, right.
So, like, Cardi B's not facing anything criminally, because somebody did go to the cops at one point, but I don't think it seems to have fizzled out.
Right.
This movie right here has been banned in Kuwait and Lebanon. Hiya, Barbie. I'm Ken.
The Barbie movie.
That is correct. Come on, Barbie. Girl.
By the way, we're ending the show in a minute here. This show is a nightmare right
What's
now.
What's wrong? What?
My laptop just died.
Oh no!
Like died. Like I can't.
Wait.
I can't.
Wait. You can't plug it in?
No, like it doesn't respond to anything anymore.
Is there anything on the screen?
Nothing on the screen. Nothing happens. 0 things that occur over here. This is the day that I have going right now.
All right. Yep. Did I do this? And I'm apologizing now. Do you guys want to come to Atlanta and Beyonce with me? How about that?
No, make me bankrupt going to that damn concert.
All right. Do you want me to finish the next episode?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, of course.
So Barbie has been banned in Kuwait and accused of promoting homosexuality in Lebanon. Now, they have traditionally, in Lebanon, been considered among the more liberal countries in the region regarding LGBTQ+, but the culture minister Mohammed Mortada says the Barbie promotes homosexuality. Gay agenda.
How does Barbie promote homosexuality? It's always like Barbie and Ken were the most token straight couple.
It seems like the opposite.
Ever.
Maybe just the fact that Kate McKinnon is in it. I didn't. You guys haven't seen it yet, but nothing screamed to me any sort of transgender agenda nor homosexuality.
They didn't have they didn't have softball Barbie.
No, but I mean, Kate McKinnon, her legs stretched a certain way that I think would be welcomed in the lesbian community, but that's neither here nor there. Kuwait, perhaps less of a surprise, having long been the strictest when it comes to what's seen in the movie theaters. Local reports there assert that the chairman of the Film Censorship Committee, Lafi Al-Subai, has accused the film of carrying ideas that encourage unacceptable behavior and distort society's values.
That's no good.
Life is plastic, and it's fantastic, just not in Kuwait or Lebanon. If you want to make your way over to Koko Budu Hithi Resort in the Maldives, though, in South Asia, and you're a hot guy who looks like Ken, do I have a job for you?
I'm listening.
They are now looking to hire Christopher.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a Ken?
Yeah, I'm definitely not that.
Take your shirt off then
weird.
right now.
No, I'm good.
They are looking to hire a Ken to beach, and that is just beach, which is what Ryan says that his character's job is during the movie. Spoiler alert. Apparently only for residents of the UK, which sucks for all of the American people looking for jobs in the Maldives. Whoever gets chosen will be flown out for 10 days along with a partner or Allen of their choosing. And there are some requirements for the gig. The winning applicant will have to know how to stand proudly in the sand. I hope you guys are writing this down.
Yeah.
Empty his head of all thoughts. Hold and lean on a surfboard.
All right.
And know the words to Push by Matchbox 20 by heart, among other things. So, no idea.
Is that part of the movie, Push by Matchbox 20?
It is, and it's such a funny scene, too. So, if you want to apply, move over to the UK and then get your Ken on over in the Maldives. Only time for so much more. They have now are going down on,
That's one way to say it.
coming down on Kim Kardashian. Excuse me, coming down on Kim Kardashian because she thinks we all should get body scans. I mean, Sean and I have talked about it.
I'd like to do it.
Do you know how much they are?
No, I don't. I was wondering how much they cost.
So in a recent Instagram post, Kim Kardashian sang the praises of the Prenuvo full body scan, which supposedly can detect cancer and diseases such as aneurysm in its earliest stages before symptoms even arise. Sounds good. Count me in. The only thing is that these scans cost about $2,500 a piece.
Jeez.
And now people are calling
And
Kim
Kim
out of
Kardashian
touch.
didn't pay a dime of that.
No.
No way, but she says that it was not an ad. And then again, like, if she paid that, that's chump change for her billionaire ass.
Yeah.
So they, one person said, love a billionaire recommending preventative care that is totally inaccessible to 98% of your fan base. Total vibe. Another one put it more bluntly, Kim, we can't even afford eggs. So best of luck to all the rich people and their, full body scans.
You can't really
Maybe
come
one of
down.
these days.
Can't really come down on Kim Kardashian or any of the Kardashians for doing rich people stuff. That's why people watch them.
Sure, that's the basis of the show.
People watch them because they're good looking and they make a stupid amount of money for doing what a lot of people would say is not a whole lot of work. But that's arguable because they do work.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't go like, oh gosh, you're so out of touch with your fans. No, this is what the fans want to see. You doing rich people stuff.
I will tell you, earlier this week I went with Fritz to Lake Nona Country Club for trivia. His brother lives there. I have never been amongst richer people in my life.
Oh, really?
Multi-millionaires. I mean, the houses, the golf carts, the perfect greenery. The sunset was even more beautiful than where we live. So I looked at it and I said, what does a gal got to do to live here one of these days? One of these days. Get Sean a new laptop first and foremost, and then win the lottery. On the boob tube for the weekend, we got NFL preseason football. It's back, baby, kind of. We also have the second season premiere of the Challenge USA, series premiere of Fight to Survive, and everything else. Follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, but most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I told you guys, I'm on the worst stretch of bad luck. I don't get it. I don't know why. I need some good luck out there. I thought things were turning the corner, and I'm sitting here, and I look down, and I go, the thing that connects my computer into the system must have screwed up. I'll just plug it back in, and we'll be fine. I'm like, nope, whole thing's dead. R.I.P., not making any...
You don't have soundboard anymore?
No, I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing over here. And... inside, I'm a pit of rage and gonna lose it internally here.
Yeah, let's do some cursing on this next commercial break.
So what we're gonna do is take a quick break, and then we'll come back live, or maybe not. Not sure, honestly, but stand by to see what happens next. That's kind of what this show's all about, anyhow. All right, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident blocking two right lanes on US 192 heading eastbound at Celebration Avenue. Traveling on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Orange Avenue is closed due to road construction heading southbound south of Central Boulevard and before Anderson Street. See traffic troubles. Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's BOGO $1 deal. Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave single, spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. They're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft beers, wines, and cocktails. Plus, savor more than 20 perfectly matched food selections and top it off with festive entertainment and fireworks to keep the party going all day long. This is one craft beer celebration you won't want to miss. The fun is brewing now through Labor Day and is included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This month, everyone's heading back to school. But while you've been busy buying new notebooks, backpacks, and lunchboxes, I've been coming up with a plan to help you buy a ride that's just too cool for school. Hey, it's RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi, and I've got your key to looking fine in the car line. Right now, you could drive a nice new car for just $9 down. Don't sit in the car line with a car you hate. Ditch your old ride. You be proud to show off in the new 7-seater 2023 Outlander or the stylish Mirage. Cleanest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon, starting at $15,900. And hey, if you've gotten a low credit score from the School of Hard Knocks, don't worry. My credit specialist, great on a curve, with rates from 0%. And our used car supercenter has over 100 fresh trade-ins starting at $5,900. Visit me to finish your back-to-school shopping, and you could drive home in a nicer, newer car for just $9 down. Hurry, this deal's done when the school bell rings. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. See all my A-plus rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Offers require bank approval. See dealer for details.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Man, we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included, they do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman. Just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
Pollo Tropical has a real Cuban sandwich, down to the cut. More roast pork. Esto es lechón, and it will always be lechón. Ham, cheese, pickles. Because without pickles, it's not a real Cuban. Mantequilla is a gift from God, and it's pressed until the cheese melts. A classic. And the drive-thru, it's like una ventanita. The Cuban sandwich from Pollo Tropical. It doesn't get more Cuban than this.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds, Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's